Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel, Fresh Potato, and in today's video, now I wanted to talk on, and I'm actually thinking about doing this into a series, and a couple of other movies I can think of that I've actually have watched that movie. This movie though, American History X, I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but no, actually, no, let me check real quick to see if this movie is available on any streaming platforms. It's not. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and it makes you wonder. I'm like, hey, what's going on with this movie? But here's the thing. I'm thinking about doing this series on this channel where I talk on movies that could potentially be cursed. Because when you look at movies like The Exorcist, I was hearing some shady things was happening after that movie had released. Like, I even remember watching the documentary when I was a kid, and they were talking about like how people were in the theaters like throwing up because of how like, yeah, sick and twisted that movie is. And as a kid, you don't really pay too much attention to it. You just watching a movie just to be watching. But I feel like as I get older, I haven't sat down and watched The Exorcist as an adult. But yeah, when I was a kid, I'm like, this movie seemed kind of different than what I usually be watching and stuff. Like, I don't know how I go from watching SpongeBob the movie to this. Like, it's what's going on with my, I guess, my taste in movies and stuff. But another movie that I grew up watching where I heard some crazy things about that movie, and I think even that's a movie where people considered it a cursed film, but Poltergeist, because I think it was, yeah, both the daughters, they both got sick for real in that movie. But I do remember hearing that about that movie Poltergeist, was that when there was a scene in there, and I don't know if I should be spoiling it. I mean, you can watch it for yourself if you want to, but the movie came out like a long time ago. I did, like, it was, I think it's been well over 30 years since that movie released. So if you haven't seen it, it's like them old movies I don't mind spoiling, but a new movie I won't spoil that for y'all. But no, there was a scene in Poltergeist where it was like these graves that came up out of the ground, and then or like dead people had came up out of the ground, but it was like actual skeletons. It wasn't like props or anything. It wasn't fake skeletons. Like, they used actual people, like dead people, for that film. So that's why I'm like, I don't really know about doing a movie like that, and I'm like, yeah, I think we would have just had to have cut that scene out, because I mean, it would have it would have been okay. It's like all the other stuff that was happening in the movie seemed like it was like perfectly fine. It seemed like getting to that part, that's where it's like, I think it's kind of, and it's just even weird watching that movie now, knowing that them are actual dead people and things. Like, from what I heard, I don't know, maybe it's just a rumor, but I think it's real, man. And so, anyways, talking on this movie, I wouldn't say that this movie is, I would say that it's more a career cursed film, because yeah, when you see a lot of the actors from the movie, I feel like that there wasn't no other movies that they did afterwards that stood out. I feel like that, and maybe that was the case, that they gave like their best performance for this movie. But then after that, it just seemed like that, it's either these, I seen where it was like a couple of actors I think had retired. I seen where some actors was doing like short films. I know the one dude that was, I can't think of his name, but he was in Terminator 2, the main character's brother. He I think, yeah, last time I remember seeing him in a movie, it was a sci-fi movie. So yeah, it just seems like that afterwards, like, their careers had kind of declined, like it wasn't like, yeah, there's, because I think the main character, he did land a role playing as the Hulk, but it's like, it wasn't like a role where it's like it was like a permanent role like Iron Man or Captain America or Thor and stuff. Like, what, they had him play as the Hulk one time, and it's like they don't even really, I mean, they mentioned how iconic his Hulk was, but they don't really talk on him as an actor in that movie. And it's like, it ain't nothing to brag about. And it's no disrespect to any of the actors in the film. But yeah, it just seems like that after the movie had came out, like, I was like looking into that, and I'm like, dang, man, it just seemed like that after this movie, because that's how I actually had heard about this movie. So it was years ago when there was like this compilation of like some of the saddest scenes in movie history, and they showed, I believe it's the ending scene of American. I haven't sat down and fully watched American History X, so I don't know when exactly this part had happened, but I believe it seems like it will be one of those like ending scenes. But anyways, the dude from Terminator had, I think, yeah, he got like shot and killed in the bathroom. The main character, Edward Norton, I believe that's his name. He came running in, and it was like this big dramatic scene. He's holding him, like he's like, yeah, pretty much like dead and stuff, and he's like screaming and crying and things. And I'm like, dang man, that's messed up. And so I remember looking that up because I was like, I recognize him. I'm like, oh wait a minute, that's the guy that played in the Incredible Hulk and stuff. So I looked it up, and then that's when I seen what this movie was about. And I'm like, I don't, I don't know if I should be watching this. I'm like, there's gonna probably be some scenes in here where my ancestors, they're gonna be like, hey man, turn the channel. Like we shouldn't be watching this. Like, nah, bro, turn the channel. There's like that gut feeling, but I'm like, yeah, man, that's like everybody in my family tree, like saying collectively together as a group, turn the channel because we're offended and stuff. But I don't think the movie is supposed to. I think more so the movie is supposed to be like a learning lesson, but at the same time, it's like, people are gonna watch this movie and they're going to see, like, I guess like the negative side of the movie, but they're gonna think that it's positive. So I think like that could be the reason why this could be considered a cursed film, because yeah, it's like you're talking on a very controversial topic, racism and stuff. Like, it's being displayed, it's being shown. I believe like Edward Norton, his character has like a tattoo of a swastika on his chest and things. So yeah, I mean, like, there are some things in the movie where I guess it could be educational, but at the same time, it's like I do feel like that the movie, like, there's some weak-minded people out there, and they will watch this movie and they will get ideas, and then that's why it's like, yeah, you've seen if there was like a boost of racism after this film had came out, and it's like, yeah, because I feel like that movies like this, it should have been did in a way where I guess the racism wasn't the main part of the movie. But I guarantee not, like, there is a YouTuber that I did get into it with, where, and that's what I'm saying, like, this movie has an influence on people, but in a negative way. But anyways, but I think there was a scene where one of the characters in there, I think it was the dude that played in Boys Meet World. I can't think of his name, but anyways, but I think he was like in a car or a van or something, and he was singing this like this racist song. And so there's a YouTuber, it's crazy, like years later, this this YouTuber that I get into it with, he has not that, it's like a edited version of that song, but it's like, I guess like for the likings of his channel and stuff. But it's like he got that idea from this movie, and I'm like, fam, people are going to see this and they're going to think that you're a racist because you're out here using songs to promote. And then I think also on top of that, because yeah, that YouTuber, he had he was getting into some controversy. I mean, he defended a pedophile, and it's like, I mean, there has been like racist allegations surrounding him. So yeah, I'm just saying, there's an example right there, that YouTuber. But anyways, but yeah, overall though, I just think that movies like this, it should have been did in a way where it's like the racism wasn't the main point of the movie and stuff. I don't think it wasn't, like, I had to sit down and watch it, and then I'll be able to give you guys like a review and talk on the film. Because yeah, but me, I don't mind watching movies like this. I mean, it ain't no different than when you watch a movie kind of like something like Django, for an example, and it's like, or a movie about like slavery or something, because I know there's like, yeah, stuff like that. Roots. I'm trying to think of some other movies where there's like some racism going on in there and stuff. Like, there's some movies I can think of where I'm like, I don't know about watching this movie. I think I just need to watch it one time, and that's it. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there are some. Django, I would have to say it was just more so good because it was like, it was a feel good movie, but more so like, I guess like if you feel a certain way about racism, for somebody that's against racism, yeah, it's a feel good movie for you. You're seeing, like, even though it's not real, but yeah, you're still seeing the racist characters getting taken out and things. And so yeah, I'm like, yeah, on some real life stuff, I'm like, hey, they put themselves in that situation. But a movie like Django, yeah, it's like, okay, I'm like, yeah, you gonna be off in there cheering like it's a football game or something. But I don't think American History X though, that doesn't, I don't think that was a based on a true story movie. Hold on for a second, let me see real quick. I had the movie open, I don't know why I exited out of it, but yeah, it's an American crime drama film start. Yeah, I don't think it was based off of no actual movies, and or not no actual characters and stuff. But yeah, it's still one of those movies where it's like, yeah, me personally, I think it's one of those cursed films because of how the movie was done and then what the movie was about. And then overall, if you see a lot of the actors from the movie, it's like they either are doing like there was no other movie I feel like that could top this movie, like their performance in this movie and stuff. So, and maybe it's and I just need to, because I think the last time I remember I tried sitting down watching this movie, it was years ago. So that's why I was like, yeah, it's I'll have to like go back and watch the movie again, because I mean, like, there's movies that I've watched more than this, and I'm like, yeah, it's just my memory, it fails me with those movies and stuff. But comment down below what you guys think. Do you think that American History X is one of those cursed films? If you don't think so, if you think it's like, yeah, it's a film that elevated the actors, their careers and stuff, yeah, comment down below. It's like, I'm not trying to, if this is like one of your favorite movies, I'm not trying to like, well, why is it one of your favorite movies? That's what I would like to know. But no, jokes aside though, I'm not trying to like start nothing with this. At the end of the day, it's like, if there's movies that was better than like the actors and actresses, like there were performances that they had in other movies that was better than this movie and stuff, then yeah, comment down below. And yeah, meantime, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.